She offered him money to act as her boyfriend, but single dad gave her something priceless instead. Sometimes, the most life-changing moments don't come from grand gestures. They come from a simple choice made by an ordinary person on an ordinary day. This is one of those stories, a story that begins with an awkward offer, a tired single dad, and a woman who thought money could fix a lonely problem. What happened next was something neither of them expected, and it changed both their lives forever. Before we begin, if you enjoy emotional, real-life inspired stories that remind us of the power of kindness, please take a moment to subscribe, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. It really helps the channel grow and allows us to bring you more stories like this on Heartfelt Moments. Ethan Miller was exhausted in a way sleep couldn't fix. At 34, he was a single dad raising his 7-year-old daughter, Lily, on his own. His wife had passed away 3 years earlier, leaving behind a silence that still echoed through their small apartment. Ethan worked 2 jobs, days at a hardware store and nights driving for a food delivery app, just to keep the lights on and Lily smiling. Every decision he made revolved around one thing: being there for his daughter. One Friday evening, after picking Lily up from school, Ethan stopped by a small neighborhood cafe. Lily loved the place because the owner always slipped her an extra cookie. While Lily sat coloring at a corner table, Ethan stood in line, counting the few dollars in his wallet. That's when he noticed her. She stood a few feet away, nervously checking her phone. She looked well-dressed but tense, like someone carrying a heavy invisible weight. When she turned toward Ethan, her eyes met his, and she hesitated, then took a breath and walked over. "I know this sounds strange," she said quietly, "but can I talk to you for a second?" Ethan blinked, surprised. Sure." She introduced herself as Claire. Her voice shook just slightly. After an awkward pause, she blurted out, "I need someone to pretend to be my boyfriend for one evening. I'll pay you." Ethan almost laughed, thinking it was a joke. But Claire's eyes were serious. Desperate, even. She explained quickly. Her family was hosting an engagement party that weekend. Her younger sister was getting married, and everyone expected Claire to show up with someone special. She'd been single for years, focusing on her career, and now her family wouldn't stop pressuring her. "I don't need anything romantic," she said. "Just, show up with me, hold my hand, smile a little. I'll pay you $200. $200. That amount echoed in Ethan's mind. It was more than he usually made in a full day. Enough to cover groceries for the week. Enough to buy Lily the shoes she needed. He looked over at his daughter, hunched over her coloring book, unaware of the moment unfolding. Ethan took a deep breath. "I can't," he said gently. Claire's face fell. "Oh. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked." "It's not that," Ethan said. "I'm a single dad. My daughter comes first. And honestly, pretending to be something I'm not doesn't feel right." Claire nodded, embarrassed. "I understand. Thank you for listening." She turned to leave, but Ethan stopped her. "Can I say something?" he asked. She turned back. "You don't need a fake boyfriend to prove anything," he said. "If your family loves you, they should love you for who you are, not who you show up with." Claire swallowed hard. No one had ever said that to her before. They talked a little more. Ethan told her about Lily. Claire listened, really listened. When it was time to go, she thanked him again and left, without her problem solved, but with something new sitting quietly in her heart. The next afternoon, Claire stood outside her parents' house, anxiety twisting her stomach. She almost turned around and left. Then she remembered Ethan's words. She walked in alone. The questions came fast. "Where's your date? Are you seeing anyone? When will it be your turn?" Claire felt her voice shake, but she stood tall. "I came alone," she said. "And I'm okay with that." The room went quiet. Then something unexpected happened. Her mother hugged her. Her father smiled softly. Her sister squeezed her hand and whispered, "I'm proud of you." For the first time in years, Claire felt free. A week later, she returned to the cafe, hoping Ethan might be there. He was helping Lily with homework at the same table. Claire walked over, smiling. "I wanted to thank you," she said. "You gave me something way more valuable than a pretend date." Ethan smiled back. "I'm glad." Before leaving, Claire slipped an envelope onto the table. Ethan tried to refuse, but she stopped him. "It's not payment," she said. "It's kindness. Pass it on." Inside was money, more than she had originally offered. Ethan used it to buy Lily new shoes, healthy groceries, and even saved a little for emergencies. But what mattered most wasn't the money. Over the following months, Claire and Ethan stayed in touch. Sometimes they talked about work. Sometimes about grief. Sometimes about hope. Slowly, naturally, a real connection grew, no pretending required. And one day, Lily asked, "Daddy, is Claire our friend?" Ethan smiled. "Yes, sweetheart. She is." Kindness had brought two broken people together, not through money, but through honesty, respect, and compassion. In a world that often tries to buy solutions, this story reminds us that the most priceless gifts are free, understanding, courage, and kindness. So if you ever wonder whether a small, kind choice can change a life, remember this story. Because sometimes, kindness doesn't just help someone for a moment. Sometimes, it changes everything.